Annie says she had always wanted to experience a police cell from within. So police arrested and booked her in a jail cell in the Netherlands town of Nijmegen-Zuid last week. They posted the story on the department's Facebook page and included several pictures of the smiling centenarian.
And here now is the man who bailed her out from Santa Barbara, the stage of Southern California, Dennis Miller. So, Miller,
well, you know, Billy, when you're 99, they can sentence you to life, and it could be 3 to 5 minutes.
So she really didn't do anything. She just wanted the experience, Miller. Is there anything on this planet that you want to experience that's on your bucket list?
Well, Billy, I brought my bucket list right here. Item number 1, quit being so literal. All right, there's my... Item number 2, and this is something I've always wanted to do. I have them written down here. I've always wanted to arrest an old woman. So I might head over to. By the way, in the Netherlands, you know why women are so crazy at age 99 in the Netherlands, in Holland? Because Meals on Wheels delivers hashish in Holland. So that's why she was so out.
So they're a little sprightly, you're saying?
Yeah, a little. That's why you have inventive thoughts when you're in the Netherlands. What else would I like to do? I would like on my bucket list to cast a vote for the first woman president sometime in my lifetime, who, as it turns out, is a transgendered man. That's one thing I'd like to do. I would like to live in Rome for a year, and that one's just seriously. I would like to climb Everest. Down, but not up. That's the caveat on this one. Down, but not up. I would like to fly solo in a propeller plane across the Atlantic. Wait a second, that's not mine, that's Lindbergh. Sorry, I got my notes mixed up here. I would like to be a billionaire many times over. That's on my bucket list. And lastly, and most importantly, and you can help me out on this one, Billy, I got my thing here, I'll check this one off right now. Instead of Miller on my bucket list, I would like you to call me Dennis, then eventually Denny, and then somewhere down the road when you feel comfortable, I would like you to call me Cuddle Monkey. Can we get this one off the bucket list right now? Can you say that's a great segment, Cuddle Monkey?
No.
Help me out. It's right here. It's right here.
Dennis, I called you Dennis. I just called you Dennis, all right?
No,
so
no,
you got a little bit of it. But
it's
the CM phrase that you want? Yeah, I know. The CM phrase?
Call me Cuddle Monkey.
At your funeral.
Bill, Cuddle Monkey.
When I'm eulogizing you.
Call me Cuddle Monkey.
When I'm putting you in the ground.
There, call me Cuddle Monkey.
When I'm throwing dirt on the coffin. That's when you'll be called CM. Dennis Miller, everybody. One footnote, next month, we'll announce fall dates for the Spin Stops here, the live shows with Miller, Waters, and me. Out of 25,000 tickets for the shows in the first half of 2017, just 250 remain. 1%. In Omaha and at the Tacoma Dome at the end of March. Check it all out on BillO'Reilly.com. Martha Maccallum on deck. Private space travel and non-citizens voting. Finally have some data. Martha is next.
Are very small.
Well, it was about
126 people in the last election, they believe, in Ohio. And they do this every couple of years. So it's not necessarily prompted by what President Trump brought up. But the number is rising, actually, even though it's tiny.
No, non-citizens are people with green cards, right?
Exactly.
Valid here. But they could be illegal aliens, too, right? I don't think they delineate between...
Well, you know what? The reason they say that is because they're using the driver's license system to figure out who these folks are.
Right.
And if you have a green card in Ohio, you can get a license.
Right.
So they look for people who register to vote, and it's just a box. Are you a citizen? Yes. No. If they check yes, they have been able to get
they should
voter
be
registration.
expelled if they lie.
So they're being fined. They fined people $300. There's no jail time involved.
They fine them $300. Send them back to Bolivia. I mean, you can't be doing this.
No, you can't vote if you're not a citizen. Hello? Get the message.
Any other states doing this?
Well, this Ohio one is the most recent one. We've seen a Virginia study, Old Dominion did a study, and this Pew study. Those are really the two best ones that we've seen out there. And the Old Dominion study found that 6.4% 40% of non-citizens they believed had voted in Virginia. I mean, to me, the good news is that people are, they're trying to get to the bottom of it. They're trying to shake out people who are voting, who shouldn't be voting. And you also have 32 states now that have voter ID laws. So I think we need to put pressure on this. It's a democracy. You can vote if you're a citizen, and we need to continue to press on the ends of it and make sure that it doesn't happen or happens as little as possible.
I want to find out if there anybody from outer space who's voted, and some aliens, you know, because they tend to be very liberal. And if you want to go to talk to the aliens in outer space, you now can. Roll the tape.
SpaceX, a private rocket company, is going where no man or woman has gone before, into deep space with 2 paying passengers next year. SpaceX owner billionaire Elon Musk announcing today he's already taken 2 substantial deposits for a week-long mission to the moon and back. SpaceX's Dragon capsule will circle the moon like the Apollo 11 crew 47 years ago.
I want to take up a collection to send a few people to the moon. We will not mention them this evening, but this is real, right?
This is on my bucket list.
Do you want to go to the moon?
I would love to do this.
Really?
Absolutely, but I'm going to wait until these people do it a few times and test it out, because what happens is you pay millions and millions of dollars to eventually go on this, if indeed it works, and they're a long way off from this happening, and you go around the moon, 250,000 miles, and then when you hit gravity, it bounces you back around the moon, and you come back. They're going for a week, and you know, they have to go through a training program to know what
and it's not comfortable up there. You have you float around. You saw what happened to George Clooney in that movie. He just gets snipped, and then
a week might be a little
he went
long.
to Lake Como and he got married right after he was in.
Is that how that
that's
worked?
what happened. You know, got in trouble in space. Whoop! Right back down. But you would go. I'm impressed.
I would go.
There you go.
Absolutely. I think space is fascinating.
Maccallum, everyone, and then when she could do her show from up there.
Just be millions and millions of dollars. You could go.
Yeah, I could go, but that would be. No.
You know, the destruction of some of the greats in Judah.
No, we're going to stay down.
No spinning.
All right, Martha, thanks as always. Factor tip of the day, Barack and Michelle Obama get millions of dollars. Maybe they'll go up there. The tip, moments away. The Obamas in a moment, but first the mail. Stephen Pierce, McChesney Park, Illinois. I was amazed at the colors the Democrats showed last night. They are always sympathetic to victims, but want no part in supporting victims of illegal alien criminals. That's because the Democratic Party must pander to immigrants and minorities in order to keep their base intact. What's happening, though, is that Americans with no ideology, minorities included, are seeing irrational behavior from the party. When you oppose a crackdown on migrant criminals, felons, when you refuse to say the words Islamic terrorism, when you oppose any restrictions on abortion, when you support open borders, critical mass is reached. The Democratic Party is in trouble and needs new leadership, no question. Al Zwark, Collegeville, Pennsylvania. I am a Democrat, but I am now more convinced that voting for Trump was the right thing to do. Schumer's gang and Pelosi's snowflakes are pathetic. Dawn LaJeunesse, Fort Edward, New York. As an ex-Democrat, I feel like the top of my head will blow off with all the negativity directed at President Trump. What is your secret for maintaining equanimity in such rough waters, Bill? It's my job, Dawn. I'm paid to analyze in a fair way, but I feel your pain. Ian Cameron, Perth, Australia. If Trump walked on water, the media would headline, Trump cannot swim. Paul Calcott, London, England. I have 10,000 pounds to donate to a charity that is repairing the damage at Jewish graveyards. Very generous, Paul. Check out charitynavigator.org. There may be organizations there that can help you. Don Newsham, Happy Jack, Arizona. Love that name, Happy Jack. Bill, Social Security and Medicare are not part of the national budget. Not one penny of federal money is used to fund either. Hardworking Americans pay for it through taxes. There are shortfalls that come out of the Treasury Department's general fund, Don, and those shortfalls will get worse as the population ages. Gwenda Plazix, Amman, Idaho. I pay into Social Security for 40 years, so they can't take it away from me. Correct, Gwenda. You're not going to lose anything. But age adjustments will be made down the road, and perhaps income ceilings. Kenneth Waters, Bells, Texas. Now that I've become a BillO'Reilly.com premium member, I will be sure to point out when the factor is less than premium. That's why we have the message boards for PMs, Ken. Kvetch all you want. We listen. And by the way, if you do sign up or re-up your membership, You can get my upcoming book, Old School, free of charge. It is out March 28th. You can get it in advance. Tricia Bowler, Diamond Bar, California. My late father was a Marine in the Pacific and hated General MacArthur. After reading Killing the Rising Sun, I now know why. MacArthur was a complicated guy, Tricia. Thank you for reading my book. And finally tonight, the factor tip of the day. Barack and Michelle Obama score a big book deal. Penguin Random House has bought 2 books, one written by the former president, the other written by the former First Lady. No money was announced, but we can safely assume Publishing House paid about $30 million for both books. Now, here's an interesting wrinkle. The Financial Times newspaper reported that HarperCollins was bidding on the books and then said, quote, the deal would bring the Obamas into the same publishing house as Bill O'Reilly, the author and Fox News Channel presenter who has been one of the former president's fiercest critics, unquote. Number one, I haven't done business with HarperCollins for more than a decade. Holt is my publisher. That is a division of Macmillan. Number two, I was not one of President Obama's fiercest critics. I analyzed him in a fair way. Thankfully, the Financial Times has changed those things in its article, and we appreciate that. But once again, please do not believe what you read in the print press, anywhere. My directions to the Factor staff are simple. You cannot rely on published reports anymore. You always have to confirm them yourself. Factor tip of the day. That is it for us tonight. Please check out the Fox News Factor website, differentfrombillO'Reilly.com. Also, we'd like you to spout off about Factor anywhere in the world. O'Reilly at FoxNews.com, O'Reilly at FoxNews.com. Name and town if you wish to opine. Word of the day, do not be churlish.